It was another glorious time at Heroes Con 2025. And I believe this has to be my fourth Heroes Con I've went to. I believe it's my fourth Heroes Con. If anyone can correct me, my fourth or fifth, I have lost count. But I was good and ready, and I set myself some regulations. And usually I always overspend when I'm at Heroes Con. But not this time. I didn't overspend. Yay me. I was so happy when I found that out. Like, thank goodness that did not happen. But either way, I was just all set, rest, prepared, everything, man. Had my cosplays out, just ready to go. And so let's get into it. Let's talk about day one, Friday. I decided to go there early. For some reason, when it comes to these cons, I always want to go early. And I'm like, you gotta stop that. There's no point going to cons early. They're just gonna open up, and that is it. Everything that you're waiting for will still be there. So, you're right. So I decided going just a bit, like 2 hours later. Is what I did. 2 hours later, and I have to say, people are catching on because what I usually do is I order my tickets online, and there's supposed to be this Express VP line where you can just show off your phone and they'll give you your badge and you just go in and be fast. But this year, everyone caught on. Everyone, you know what? We're going to just buy our tickets online and take the line. However, the line was long either way. But of course, the line to buy your tickets there was still longer, but it's the fact that we still had to wait. This is the longest I ever had to wait inside a VIP line. So it was just like, what's the point? What's the point? Like, nothing's going anywhere or anything like that. But I guess it's just to get out the way. So they gave us our badges. These are the badges. And the downside of this is that something's missing. Tell me, what's missing? What is missing? This, the thing that you put that makes you wear it around your neck, is gone. These people ran out on the first day. So you thought because a lot of people showed up. True, a lot of people showed up, but these things are easy to get. What happened was, and I believe, is a shipping error happened, inventory error, something happened, caused them to have more than what they're supposed to have. So that's why, since it was difficult for people to hold these around, they just made sure we had our little ring badges on that they'll take to us, and you can't get another one. So you gotta make sure you keep that one on no matter what. So, and I'm already used to that anyways. These are just an accessory, just to say, yeah, you went to this con. But other than that, it's the cuff that matters the most, and it was red this time of year. So first day I was dressed as Cole McGrath like I was last year, Cole McGrath. But this time I was from Cole McGrath from Infamous 1, where he's wearing his jacket and pretty much the baggy pants and stuff. And only 3 people knew who I was. Everyone thought I was Power Man, which is Luke Cage, or pretty much Static Shock. I understand Power Man. I understand Luke Cage. But Static Shock? Well, they thought I was Static Shock. Like, no, I'm Power Man. So, only 3 people. I am Cole McGrath from Infamous 1. And 3 people knew that. And they're like, oh, thank goodness. I'm glad some people got it. Made me feel a bit better. It turned out nice. People enjoyed it. They enjoy the jacket. Looks nice and fresh and stuff. Although it's been some good time with my friend Walter and Damien, who was there too. And we're planning to do more cosplay things together. Like, even more, like, getting together and doing, like, cosplay movie time, where we dress up and we go to the movie theaters and we watch a movie while we cosplay. And the entire movie theater will be just for us and us alone. So, like, wow, that's exciting. And planning to do other events as well, like traveling out of state, go to other cons. So I'm looking forward to that. A lot of talk about Dragons Fest lately. So, or the Dragons Con. Yeah, Dragons Con. A lot of people have been talking about that lately. So there's that. So first day, I'm there, and it's not bad. But for the first 2 days of the con, there are these hecklers outside who kept trying to sell people onto their mixtape and stuff, and they're being very pushy about it. And then it was so annoying. It was so annoying. I was glad I went there the third day, but it was so annoying to the point this old man call them out on it, saying it's a scam because you were trying to say we're providing music where women are not getting abused, which is nice, but at the same time, there's no reason for people to support your music, especially not into mixtape music, like that. They're trying to make it in like they're doing a good cause, but they weren't. So that was kind of messed up. Yeah. Saturday, of course, is the day where everyone shows up. It's always Saturday. And Saturday is the day you see the best of the cosplays, the best of the best. And unfortunately, there weren't that many that was really impressive. There were so many Deadpools, a lot of Fantastic Fours, whatever is hot at the moment, everyone wants to dress up as. A lot of DC, I mean a lot of DC out there lately. Batman, Star Wars, and stuff. And of course, Genshin and Honkai Star Rail and stuff like that. Me, I was dressed up as my NCR Ranger cosplay this time around. And yeah, I usually don't do that in the summer, but I haven't been wearing it in a while, so I'm going to wear it this time. I did. I even wore my new Pit Boy, which surprisingly was able to fit onto my arm with my thick jacket. I found a way, and on that day, I saw two other NCR cosplayers as well. We were all different. One had a brown jacket with a cool vest and a helmet. One had the a gray jacket and a cool helmet and a not so cool vest. Me, I was wearing the black jacket with the black helmet, an okay vest, and Pit Boys. And I was the only one with the Pit Boys. I saw three other people with the Pit Boys that I had. So a lot of people did buy those Fallout TV show Pit Boys. So they sold out very well any day. But surprisingly, not a lot of them knew there were updates. They're saying, "Yo, how come your screen is blue?" Yeah, my screen is blue on my Pit Boy. Like, how is that possible? It says, "Oh, you didn't get the new updates and stuff." And no, I didn't know about them because you gotta like put in your email and they'll tell you when there's a new update. And a lot of people just don't do that. But I did because I want to keep this thing updated. So a lot of people didn't know that. And then there was Sunday. Sunday was the time where less people, in my opinion, Sunday is the best time to go. Not just to go there because be less people, but also there's deals. There's always deals on the last day because people are trying to get everything out. They're trying to like, okay, buy this, buy that. I'll make you a deal if you just buy this and stuff like that. They always do that on Sundays. And Sunday's also the best time to wear best cosplay because that's the time where not a lot of people are wearing their best cosplay. It's always Saturday. But if you wear your best cosplay Sunday, more people want to take your picture because you stick out more. So, something to think about. So, all around, this one's good. I'll rank this as the second best. The second best. Um, the second time I went was amazing because there was the cool Doc Ock, the giant Apocalypse and Thanos, Gundam mech and stuff, and there are more treats and candies. This time around there wasn't many treats. There's always a fudge bar somewhere, and the pizza slices were unbelievably high for pizza slices. Like pizza slices there were like freaking $6 a slice, and then $10 for two slices. But you go to Sam's Club to get a whole entire pie for $8, and it's way better. It's just like, come on, man. I guess things are expensive when you go to a very interesting tourist section of the city that always happens. So, anyways, enough about that. Let's talk about the goods I got. I mostly got books this time around, and not so many posters. I'll give you a story about the posters. I told myself I wouldn't buy any posters, but I did get myself some books. Now I'm trying to find out where I'm going to start at when it comes to talking about the book. Let's start here. Let's start here. My girlfriend is a cyborg assassin. Yes, my girlfriend is a cyborg assassin by Fire Ant Pictures. I got this. It looks interesting. A guy was having a good conversation with me. He knew my Cole McGrath cosplay. Like, you know what? I will buy something from you. So, like, I'll buy this. I took a peek inside. It's interesting. There's a killer going on with a detective, and he's looking for who's killing people, and it's his girlfriend the entire time because she's a cyborg assassin. I also picked it up because it sounded like a freaking anime title or something. It sounds very anime title-ish. Of course, I got some art prints from Air Tutorial on this game. I haven't played in a long time as well. Then I got this one from, I saw Nadia. I said, yeah, I have to do this. This anime, pretty much showing the years of anime and how it advanced throughout the years. But this is Nadia from The Secrets of Blue Water and stuff like that. Very entertaining anime. I like it better than Evangelion. Just saying. That's just me. Then Appleseed. Old classic 80s anime. Appleseed. Yeah. The book was $20 for some reason. I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. I only because it was a classic and stuff. And I did look at the other books in there, they were messed up. So the fact that this one had better condition, it's not a bad price in my opinion. Now let's go on to the next books. I have a lot of books, dude. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Here we start. Let's start with this. Half the Crown. Yes, I rebought Volume 1 because it's remastered, better edition. I'm not sure if I talked about Half the Crown on here, but yeah. Last year I bought a book from them before, and I wanted to try them again, and they brought a better version, better print. The first book I have, Half the Crown, the paper is terrible. Absolutely terrible. I didn't want to say it to her, but the book paper was just terrible on it. And it was like, it felt baggy and stuff or something. But this better improvement, I'm glad that she got better stuff and released Volume 2. And I asked her, when are you going to update on Webtoons? Like, oh yeah, I need to start updating on Webtoons. She totally forgot she was uploading on Webtoons, man. Totally forgot. Next, Samurai Knots. This was inspired by Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. Yes, Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go. Yes, and any other kind of thing like Voltron or Ruin Warriors and stuff like that. I had to pick this up because who's in love for Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go? Next is Bloom. You know, as a Western take on Metro Girls and stuff like that, and I was pretty interested in it. Yes, it has the bean mouth, but not all of them are bad like that. So I'll find out if it's good or bad one way or another. Next, we have Omega 2090. Pretty much all superheroes are dead. They create artificial life to become heroes, and it doesn't go well. Of course, it doesn't. And this is the one where I got the deal on, a big deal on, where they gave me like multiple copies for a good price. You know, because I had to make sure I was being swindled. So back in the past, during those days, I was walking around listening to people who were buying the books, and I got myself a deal. I said I'll buy all this. I'll buy all this for 50. So I bought it all for 50, right there. Next is MSD. I wanted to get MSD because it looks very interesting, very grotesque, very disgusting and stuff. Pretty much a girl who works inside the sewers, slaying the monsters inside the sewers who are mutated, and it's just, ugh, but I like it. And for the final book, the final issue of Two Land. The final book. Yes. This is it. I like this book. Since the very beginning, since the very first Heroes Con, this group of people have always been there. Always been there. And they get better every year. Every year I see their booth. I saw their booth was just like a little table. And then it became a bigger table. And now they have statues, they have figurines, they even have episode 1 of their project. So throughout the years, I saw this group grow and grow. They were inspired, they were hungry, and they achieved a dream and a goal. And when I asked them when figurines want to come out, they said it's going to come out next year, which was last year. And this year, it came out. They delivered, baby. They freaking delivered on it. Drip the Hero. Yes, badass 20 Tiger. They love it so much that they wanted me to have an interview with me about it, saying why do I like this and why I support it. I like it. A hero who's born, in the harsh side of reality, but wants to make his community better. But it's really hard to do that when the community itself is so infested with corruption. So you just do what it takes to make sure the community thrives by empowering the youth to do better. And like that's very inspirational. So I give them my props for that. Very good stuff. Very good stuff. Now, what else do I need to look for? A lot of stuff around me. Time for the goodies. I got this king spawn. Yeah, I got this king spawn. Isn't it nice? It's cool, isn't it? Yeah, I saw this like I need something with spawn. I don't spawn stuff. I would do some spawning, some badassery. And so I could have done Gunslinger spawn, I could have done Knight spawn, God spawn, but I want to do King spawn, And I would love if they ever do a new animated TV series of Spawn, but I don't think they would. They'll make it all about racism instead of it being about the fighting atonement and seeking the light through the dark. They would mess it up. What else is there? I guess this a giant blastoids. Well, not giant, but it's a blastoids. And it's by the same people who made this Geodude. Yes, they made this Geodude. They were a small table, like one table, and they had very little stuff. They had some knickknacks and stuff. But this year, they got a bigger table, and this Geodude is life size. I'm like, they made it as if where Geodude was a real thing. It's humongous. I wanted to buy it because I love Geodude, but like, don't do it. Don't do it. You got nowhere to put that thing in your room. Stop. Put it in the living room. No, don't do it. They even have Sonic ones. They have Goku ones. Shadow the Hedgehog, Harry Potter, all kinds, man. Like a lot of people are doing more 3D printed toys now that they're a lot easier to get to and more accessible to do now. So now I have this amazing Blastoids and stuff with me. It looks nice and shiny and stuff. Looks cool. I'm gonna put my little Blastoids right there. But the fact that Geodude must be their favorites, because this thing comes in 3 sizes: small size, a bit of a medium size, and then a giant life size Geodude. I saw that my mouth dropped. But I think that's all for the toys I got. Now, one last thing. I promised myself I would not buy any more posters. As you don't know, I have a lot of posters around my room. And they told me, stop getting so many posters, man. You got too many posters. But I can just take them off and put them back on. Yeah, but come on. So I did. But on the last day, something caught my eye. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I couldn't resist. I couldn't resist. So I had to get one big piece. One final piece. And it was glorious. Look at this. This is nice. She also had a Big Daddy one, but I don't know. So the drill thing is iconic, but I never want to get it because I always want to be different. Everyone's always going to go the drill route, but I always have to go the opposite route. So I'm like, make me this. So I did. She gave me this, and on the side, be thrown because apparently not a lot of people couldn't buy the metal prints because the metal prints were really expensive. I'm like, you know what? I have my disposable income. That's why I save up for these things, so I can be that guy. Like, oh, no one got that? Don't worry, I'll be that dude. And in return, oh man, you just fell right out, huh? A spawn print. Yeah, spawn print. Nice. Looks really cool. So yeah, there's that. So it was a very cool time. We sat down, ate some pizza, laughed, told our future plans, where we're gonna go next, and they really want to go to Dragon's Con, but don't know if we can do it this year because what's going on. Because they just moved the date to um, Queen City's anime convention. I'm going to Vegas this year, and also um, the Big Bad Anime Convention, which is new, which I've never been to, but it's been here for a while. So that's like three things I'm already planning to go to. So we might have to do Dragon's Con next year. Dragon Con's next year. Just got planning something out and be it like that. Now, one thing I want to talk about before I leave. Last year, I walked into a booth where there was a girl, and she was doing Gundam stuff, Gundam prints, and she'd have some Gundam kits and already completed Gundams. And she had a sign that says, "Ask me about my Gunpla." So I asked her about her Gunpla, and she says, "Yeah, she's." I asked her, "Did she make these herself?" She said, "Yes." She says, "Are you taking commissions?" I said, "Yes." So okay, I'll give you my email. You give me your email, and you name your price, and you'll be good to go. I'm willing to pay whatever it takes to get my first good Gunpla. I even gave her the color scheme and everything. That's what I did. I was saying first she said she had to go somewhere for a while, family things. Well, okay, just tell me when you're back. She said she was back. I said, okay, well here's what I want. Tell me your price. I'll be good to go. You'll be good to go. She ghosted me. She ghosted me, man. Never replied. Never did nothing. No message saying sorry, I can't do this or nothing. And I'm like, this is why people, I hate to say it, but this is why some people were excited about AI. Because so many times when you do commission people's work, whether they take too long or they ghost you and not respond back to you whatsoever, it's kind of very unprofessional. So guess who was there this year? She was there, but she didn't recognize me at first. Because when she saw me first time, I was wearing a normal Heroes cosplay. This time I was wearing the Cole McGrath cosplay, but I was wearing the same shades. Um, so I was there and I was asked, like, talking to her about the new Gundam anime and stuff, getting to like, oh yeah, she doesn't know who I am, doesn't she? And I was talking to her. And then finally I was asked, I asked her about gunplay again this year. And I'm like, oh cool, so you know how to do it? Well, I'm still working on it, working on the kinks and stuff. Like, so has anyone ever asked you to do one and stuff? I don't think so. Are you sure nobody didn't ask you at all about it? It's like, well, then she started staring at me, and then she paused, and like the glasses. I raised my eyebrow like this, like that, like she knew it was me. Finally, so, if you can't do it, as well, as long as you let people know that you can't do it, just let them know, and then and just make sure you be in good communication with them, so that way you can have good business. I was planning to just record her and say, "Hey man, this bitch screwed me over," but like, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Just give her advice. Who knows what she's going through? But I feel like a lot of artists aren't professional when it comes to business. Is that they don't know when to be professional. But it's a given, I guess. None of them take marketing classes, which I think they should take at least a marketing class, so they know how to advertise and do business with people's work. Not just take on commissions, but also organize themselves in a fast time so they can get more things open out to the public. It's something a lot of people fail to do. I was glad I took one when I was in graphic design. I took a business class and a marketing class, so I know what I had to do to market myself. So that's good that I did that. Other people need to do that because it ain't looking so good out here. So all in all, I still had a good time. If I go next year, I'll probably go next year. Of course, I can go next year. But I just need new cosplay ideas. And I do got some. I'm going to upgrade my No More Heroes cosplay. I'm still going to upgrade to my Fallout cosplay. I need a third Fallout cosplay. I have one for 76 for New Vegas. I want one for 3 or 4. Mainly 3. And do that. Because, I got like 4 Pip Boys lying around here, so I need to do something. Or is it 5? I lost count. But anyways, a lot of ideas. There's even one for some anime that are out right now, like Hero X. I want to dress up like, and so many crazy ideas I have for cosplay. And me and my friends are going to do a lot more, like a Sith Union and all that fresh ideas. Can't wait for it. So anyways, all in all, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has been Macron, all anime. Signing out.